done on this bill. Thank you.
I thank the
The
gentleman
gentleman is
very much.
recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank my colleagues on both sides of the aisle who put enormous work into that, and all the members of the committee, and especially Mr. Latta for his great leadership, because today marks a really important milestone in the pursuit to make our roadways safer and support American leadership in self-driving innovation. So the Self-Drive Act, H.R. 3388, something we can all support. Simply put, the rapidly advancing technology behind highly autonomous vehicles is stunning. I speak from some experience because a few months ago I got the opportunity to ride in a self-driving car with engineers and experienced a vehicle perform without any need for human intervention. And though we can look to a future that fulfills the promise of these innovations, we cannot ignore the current troubling trend in the number of lives that are lost on our roadways in America. Given the latest roadway fatality numbers, this technology is especially needed today. Almost 40,000 people lost their lives on our roads last year. That represents another yearly increase in traffic-related fatalities. And in my own state of Oregon, traffic fatalities were the highest they've seen in 14 years, up 20% from the prior year. Statistics tell us 94% of accidents relate to human behavior. During our morning commute into work, just look around. We see folks on their phones in the cars next to us doing other things. And while the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration can't write a safety standard to make us all perfect drivers, it can work to advance life-saving technologies to avoid collisions. And that's part of what this bipartisan legislation will put in place. This bill is also about ensuring America stays as a global leader in the development of self-driving technology. After all, the auto industry is responsible for more than 7 million American jobs nationwide and drives more than $900 billion into the economy each year. We want to see these numbers grow. We want this innovation to occur here, and we want to bring greater traffic safety to our roadways. Additionally, self-driving cars hold the promise of better access to transportation for our nation's 47 million citizens. Senior citizens, 27 million Americans with severe disabilities, and many communities across the country underserved by public transportation. For Americans to enjoy all these benefits, we needed to put together a framework that's national and will drive it, and that's what this bill does. I want to commend Mr. Latta, Ms. Schakowsky, Mr. Upton, Mrs. Dingell, and my friend Frank Pallone, the ranking member on the committee, for all their great work on this legislation. We can be proud of the product the Energy and Commerce Committee has brought to the floor, and I urge people to support H.R. 3388. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Ohio.